Thank you. We're now being joined, obviously, by James Nelson from Avison Young. James, how are you?
Great. Wonderful to see you. I mean, what an event.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your sponsorship.
Of course, thank you. First of all, incredible space. Obviously, you know this area very, very well. But just quickly, asset sales going forward, what is your outlook for 2026?
Sure.
Where do you see the market going?
You know, there's so much momentum in the market. I mean, if you think back to what happened in 22, interest rates could shoot up, 11 unprecedented increases, volume came crashing down. I mean, 2023 was a tough year. But every year since, we've been building back. And we just looked at the first quarter numbers for 26. We're up 23% in dollar volume. We're finally getting back to that 10-year average. The capital markets have opened up. You know, I'm a year into this new national role, so I'm seeing it across the country. And again, we are seeing a lot of sales volume, a lot of momentum. So hopefully some good times to come.
Is New York leading the way nationally?
It is for sure. And not just in dollar volume, but also with, if you look at what's happening in office, our availability rate here is the tightest in the country, 14%, and that's all office. So you look at the trophy and the A stuff, it's even tighter. So
tighter.
Really positive.
So what other, aside from New York, what other sub-markets are you looking for the most movement?
Well, if you look at the top 10 markets in the U.S., they do over 50% of the dollar volume for the entire country. So it's really, think the gateways, it's Dallas, it's Austin. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the size of the markets, it's New York, it's LA, it's San Francisco, it's Dallas, and then I think it's DC number 5. Yeah.
Great. What's giving you confidence going forward for this year?
I mean, again, I think it's a matter of both buyers and sellers getting off the sidelines. The issue with 23, 24, when there's uncertainty, sellers say, well, I'm not going to sell into this, and buyers say, well, I'm only going to buy if I can steal it, right? So finally, there's a realization that there's capital out there to do deals. Sellers have become realistic. They know what's going on. No one's waiting for more rate cuts. And buyers are stepping up. They've got capital to deploy. So I think we're finally at this equilibrium where we're going to see a lot more transactions.
Okay. Quick tech question. How are you utilizing AI? Do you find that it's really changing your business?
Yes.
How you're approaching deals?
No, we're thinking so much about it like everyone is and really deploying it. We're probably thinking most about how do we leverage the data. There's so much data that we have, and so how do you utilize it to really make actionable decisions? So more predictive, who's buying, who's selling, certainly to make our workflows more efficient, but yeah, really excited for the future, and I think it's going to certainly help brokers be more productive as opposed to take away from them.
Great. Okay, young broker coming in, wants to get into asset sales.
Right.
What's your advice?
Look, this is so much still an in-person business, so when I get advice from people, it's, hey, you got to show up. Don't just be that person who sends in the 300th or 400th resume, or that LinkedIn. Like, you have to show up to events like actually, this is a very tough event to get into, but there's other events that you can get into, and, show up. And I think, again, using that network that you have, whether it's through school, whether it's through family, that introduction can lead to the next person. And there's a lot of, I call them kids, but right out of college, you're like, I want to go right into sales. Sometimes you have to, whether learn how to underwrite, be an analyst first, understand the numbers before you start going out trying to sell. So really get those hard skills, and sure, will AI end up doing a lot of the underwriting in the future? Yes. But
you still have to understand what it's putting out.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Jay, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. It's great seeing you again.
Good.
Thanks.